everybody. Dr. Eric Herman, Guru Chiropractor. Peace and love. Back yet again with another video. I'm committed to getting the word out about real chiropractic and the ring dinger, what it's doing for people. Miracles are happening day in and day out in this office. This is my new patient, Julio Rodriguez.
Right.
How you doing, sir?
Sir.
He's a badass. I had no idea when he came in who he was. Tell him a little bit about what you're up to in life, and then a little bit about what's going on with your back.
Right.
And then we'll roll into an exam. How about that?
Hi guys, I'm Professor Julio Rodriguez, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu 4th degree black belt under Carlos Machado. I'm here now because I've heard good things about Dr. Herman, and I'm a fan of Dr. Johnson's in Texas. And I heard about it all in Texas, so now I found a guy in Jersey. You know, I'm a little locked up from training and teaching, so I came to see someone that could take care of me.
Cool, cool. Well, thank you for sharing, and I'm going to do my very best for you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it in a good, solid exam, and then we're going to roll right in. As long as I feel like it's safe,
right.
It should be. But as long as I feel like it's safe to treat, and I feel like I can help you and be successful, then we'll roll right into a good ring dinger pull and a full body adjustment, and hopefully. My intention for you is I'm going to be walking out here a lot more loose, a lot more released, and feeling better. I'm not saying perfect, but I'm saying better.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. So you stay right there. I'm coming behind you. I want to do a neck exam as you're seated, and then we'll roll right into a back exam. We'll lay you back down. So from this point on, anything I'm doing to you, even though you're a badass and you're a tough guy, if it feels like it's giving you, if it's not comfortable,
right.
It gives you discomfort, let me know right away, because it's doctor stuff.
Absolutely.
You know? All right, so just stay relaxed. First thing I want to do is look at your posture from the side. So you got a bit of a forward head carry. Just about every single person walking in here nowadays, your head is coming forward off your shoulders and your body. I'm estimating about almost 3 inches. So look, your head's doing this from your body. Why? Well, it could be a lot of different things. Tweaking your neck in jiu-jitsu, looking down at the phone all day, sitting at the computer too long, and your head slouches forward. And it gets stuck that way. The adult male head is like a bowling ball. It's like 15 to 17 pounds. When it's right on top of the body, which is where it should be, the body absorbs the weight and everything is as balanced as it can be.
Right.
But to the extent that it does this, the weight starts vectoring this way, and that throws off the whole balance of everything else, puts a lot of stress all the way down.
Right.
So one of my goals when I do adjustments is to help your head get back over your shoulders.
Awesome.
And what's really cool is with the pull, since I've been doing the ring dinger, I can't make promises because every time I do, it doesn't happen. But the majority of patients, after the pull, this reverses with one pull about 50%. On the majority, not everybody.
Okay.
So hopefully you'll get a little bit better, and then we can talk about some stretches if you want to do that. So now I want to see how well you're turning. So let's see, turn this way. Okay, see how you stop short here? Mm-hmm. Normal should be able to get the nose approximate the shoulder. So you definitely got some range of motion issues, and this side's worse. See how it stops here? Should be able to go whoop without any problem if it was perfect.
Right.
So, yeah, way tight. Holy macaroni. Just remember how this feels, because we're going to check it afterwards to see if we made any progress. Bend your head backwards. Yeah, that's really jammed. Normal extension, which means bending backwards, you should be able to get your face almost parallel to the ceiling. Jesus. So we're pretty jammed up in there. Yeah. Okay. Bend it forward as far as you can go. Do you feel any pulling here or anywhere going downwards? No? Okay, good. Come up. So I'm gonna do a little push down on your head that adds some compression into your neck. Let me know if that causes any kind of discomfort, flares up any pain or anything weird. Okay? Stay relaxed.
A little bit down the back.
Yeah. So that tells me that there already is compression. Then when you add a little more compression, it hurts. It makes it worse, right? Now I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to stretch up a little bit. Nothing jerky, just a sustained stretch for about 10 seconds. Let me know how that feels. Like, ooh, I like that. It feels good, or no different, or I don't like it.
Okay.
Stay loose and relaxed. Okay. I know there was pressure here on your skull, but how'd that make the neck feel in general?
Good.
Yeah? Okay. So that already tells me you're a really good candidate for the decompression.
Okay.
You're going to do great. Okay, so now I want you to go belly down, put your face here, rest your hands on the side cushions, get comfortable, and we're going to evaluate your lower back. You good? Mm-hmm. Cool. So first thing, I'm going to look at your posture as you're laying there. Got to fix your shirt so I can see your body better. All right, so first thing I see is the middle back. The curve in your middle back is accentuated a little more than it should be. They call that a hyperkyphosis. And usually this starts going too much backwards when the head goes too much forwards.
Right.
It's almost like the body tries to counterbalance this by bringing this backwards. So for short term, it gives you a better center of gravity, but in the long run, this isn't good either. You got to fix the neck and then flatten this, which we're going to try to do a little bit for you today. And then the hips, I see a little bit of unleveling. Your left hip is a little higher than your right, and a little bit twisted to the right, a little torque this way, and a little pulling up this way.
Right.
When I look at your legs, your left leg is about a 1/4 inch short. And your actual leg isn't short. It's hard to see, Steve, but see how it's a little shorter? Yeah, a little bit. Not horrible. I've seen people that have 2 inches pulled up. So you're about a 1/4 inch pulled up like this. Okay, now I'm just gonna feel, and yeah, you got a bit of, you definitely are jammed up in here. The motion is not as good as it should be and could be. And when I feel the sacroiliacs and the sacrum, the right side feels a lot tighter, but let's do a couple more checks. So I'm gonna bend up the knees, right? It's supposed to stretch your quads,
right,
but it shouldn't do any pulling here. If I bend and you feel it pull here, let me know.
Okay.
Bend, 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 bend. Anything pulling in your lower back when I do this? No. Good, that's a good sign. All right, come down. Now I want to evaluate the function of the sacroiliac, so I'm going to press down on your tailbone. And then one at a time, start with your left leg. Don't bend it, keep it stiff at the knee. Yeah, lift it as high as you can. Okay, good, not bad range of motion there. Remember how that feels, now try the right side. Okay, wait, do it again, go down. Don't bend, keep it completely stiff. Then now try to see what I mean? Okay, come down. Now, I saw a little something, the camera saw, but how did you feel one side compared to the other? Was one harder to lift?
The right side, I felt a little pain in my left side of my back right around here.
Got you. Well, this did not go up as high, especially when you kept it straight. So that tells me the right sacroiliac is jammed up. It's not moving as well as it could be, and we're going to work hard to get that to move better. So we're going to put some emphasis on releasing here and through the lumbar spine. When I push down, anything feel sore when I'm poking? Tender?
Right there's a little bit.
Yeah. Now you told me off camera when we were doing the history, you got a confirmed what? Herniated disc here down S1.
Right, S1, L3, L4.
L3, 4, and L5, S1 probably.
Right.
Yeah. That L3, 4 is like right about here, and L5, S1 is right about here. So they're definitely tighter than they should be. Just working up the spine. The muscles are really tight through here too. The spine is a lot more rigid than it should be, especially when I get here.
Right.
From here up is very compressed and rigid. All through between the shoulder blades and what I call the transition area between your neck and your shoulders is really jammed. Is it sore when I poke? Yeah. How about in here?
A little bit.
How about on this side?
A little bit, not as much as
Not
the
as
right
much.
side.
This side's way tighter.
Right.
Way tighter through here. Okay. Neck feels not horrible. The muscles aren't that bad. The joints are probably jammed because the muscles aren't super tight, and because you had the fact that you had the restriction in the motion. I'm saying it's probably in the joints that are jammed.
Right.
More so than the muscles pulling. Okay. So basically, you definitely have chiropractic issues. I'm done with the exam. Nothing showed up to make me concerned about safety, so I'm ready to go. Let me write some notes before I forget it, and then I'm going to come back and we'll start stretching you out.
Okay.
And then we're going to go in for the big pull. So yeah, here's the game plan. I'm just going to stretch you out a little bit here.
Right.
Loosen up, warm up the muscles, do a little massage. Not a lot of chiropractors do that, but I do it. I've been doing it since day one. And I really think it's because it was drilled into me as a martial arts student, right? Stretch before you do anything. Limber up, stretch, warm up before you do anything. So why not stretch out the patient before I do the big stuff? So that's what I do. Then we're going to go in for the ring dinger. You've been watching it for how long? Have you been watching Dr. Johnson?
Now like 5-6 months.
Yeah. Well, I don't care how many videos you watched, until you actually feel it on yourself, you don't know.
Right.
But you're about to.
Good.
You're about to have the experience. You'll see. But it doesn't get everything. It gets all the compression out, boom.
Right.
But it doesn't get the other jamming from the side joints called the facet joints. And it doesn't get the rotation out that much. So that's why when you're done with the ring dinger, you lay back down here and I do the rest on this table.
Okay.
But when you put those two together, I'm telling you, that's where the magic happens. You just relax as best you can, and then just give me a heads up if anything I'm doing just doesn't feel right, you know?
Okay.
Because I can't feel what you feel. And I want to make sure we're doing the right thing. All right. Oh, by the way, didn't you have an appointment a couple months ago and I had to cancel on you?
Right, no, 3 weeks I had to cancel.
You canceled.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
had
thought
to
I
cancel.
had to cancel. Didn't I cancel on you? No.
No, I had
Okay.
to cancel.
All right. Well,
And as soon as I got cleared up,
you're back.
yeah,
Alright, cool.
I was
Well-
coming either way.
For some reason, I thought occasionally I got to take a personal day and I got to clear my schedule.
Right.
And if it was me, I was going to apologize.
Oh, no, it was me.
No problem. So you've been training what, 29 years? You said?
Jiu-Jitsu 29 years.
Yeah.
I started in karate in 1968.
Jeez. What, were you a kid?
I was 8 years old.
God. Because I was born in 67.
Right.
And I'm not a spring chicken.
Yeah, I'm 62 now.
I wish I started that. I started when I was 13.
Right.
I
That's a
started
good age too, though.
in the early 80s.
Just used to hate Saturday mornings. The older guys would come pick me up and I wanted to watch cartoons.
Yeah.
And then-
Yeah. Well, at that age, yeah. I get it. And listen, and were you like good, good at 8? Like, were you learning, picking up stuff?
Yeah, I was picking up. I was very good in tournaments and stuff like that after.
Because some of the younger kids, they just not ready yet. They stand around picking their nose and they don't really
Yeah.
retain anything
Yeah.
until they get a little older.
I didn't have any choice. I had Sensei Peter Urban drilling it into me, and he was good with the little kids.
Yeah.
But the senior students were on top of us, like,
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. Like I said, I started when I was 13, and I really believe it kept me out of trouble.
Thank God.
It taught me discipline and respect, and it gave me that. It started me on a lifelong pursuit of staying fit and staying active.
Right.
Because when I was training with Jericho, I don't know how you guys do it, but our warm up wasn't a really warm up, man. We did some crazy ass calisthenics for like 45 minutes before we even trained in karate.
No, for sure.
We'd do 1,000 push-ups, 1,000 sit-ups. We'd stand in a horse stance for 20 minutes and with our arms sticking straight out.
We're doing the vlogs and horse dance.
Oh yeah, and I didn't realize what that horse stance was. My legs were like tree trunks back then from so much horse stance.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I was in the best shape of my life when I was training 5-6 nights a week at Jericho's.
I went back. I took the fireman's physical when I was 38. But I was training. I was only doing kickboxing and, karate training.
Yep.
And I passed it at 38 while other 23-year-old kids were throwing up their lives.
Yeah, man. It taught me to work, give it my all, and that's what I do now in just about everything that I'm up to in life that's important to me.
Right.
But I got that principle from martial arts as a kid.
Yeah, the early
It was
days.
ingrained in me. So I'm very grateful that I stuck with it, and I had that training that young.
And I tell all my students that, the mother of all teaching is repetition.
Yep.
If you could do everything right, slowly at first, the speed will come later,
Yep.
and you'll do it properly.
Exactly. Muscle memory, and you build those neural pathways in your brain,
Right.
so then eventually it becomes like a reflex.
Exactly.
Because when you're in a real fight, there's no time to think. You gotta
you gotta feel
just Yeah, you just gotta flow. I'm preaching to the choir. So just a little warm up, but a lot of people feel better even after this. It really gets in there and loosens up the muscles. Good. All right. Done with the warm up. So when you're ready, come on up on your feet. Take your time, no biggie. And we're going into the room behind us. That's where the ring table is. Come on through. Be careful, look down. There's wires, don't be tripping on that. And there's a little lip here, don't be tripping there. Give me a second, I'll put paper for the head, and then we're gonna lay down. Oh, the rain's coming.
Oh, jeez.
I hope we don't get those big winds they're saying we might get. All right, so what I want you to do is lay down face up, head here, please. Good. Keep your hands up top. I gotta feel your hips. All right, what you need to do is scoot up towards your head about an inch or two. Right there, perfect. Okay, so now, the table will automatically lift up your legs. Just let the table do it. Let me make sure you're straight. Good. Don't wiggle when it comes up. Just let them relax. Bringing your legs up like this rotates your pelvis and flattens out your lower back. Because normally your lower back is curved like this around the rainbow. But when you bring the legs up, it flattens your lower back. So now the vertebrae, they're not stacking around the rainbow. They're stacking like dominoes.
Right.
So when you pull, it's much easier to release. So
awesome.
This whole table, I think Dr. Johnson, but there was somebody before him built an earlier version, was a genius. This is a genius design.
Right.
And in my opinion, it releases the spine better than anything on the planet. Okay, so the next thing we got to do is pin you in really tight above your hip bones.
Okay.
So it's going to be snug. Expect a little discomfort.
No problem.
Because when I pull, I want your body to stop short.
Right.
Because then the force has to go somewhere. Guess where the force goes? Right down your spine.
Awesome.
And everything releases from here, boom, all the way down. You'll see. Too tight or good?
I'm good.
Can you handle it? Okay, perfect. All right, now, hands back to me. I'm just pulling out the slack. This is not the actual treatment yet. Just making sure there's no, see it. See how you're pinned?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Now, let me get the towel. The towel just gives me better leverage. My hands are too small to do it on your skull. Stay relaxed, keep breathing. Okay, lift up your neck and come down. So the neck, the towel goes around your throat, but really it grabs the back of your skull and your jaw.
Right.
Yes? If it's too tight around your throat, let me know. Should not be a choke. It should be snug, but no choke.
I'm used to the choke.
But I don't want it to choke, so if it's choking, you let me know. And, your job, right? Because I'm going to give a little tug. Keep your teeth together, but don't bite hard, because then it makes it too tight to release. Just touch and keep your jaw secure. Chin down slightly. I got you there. And that's it. Stay as relaxed as you can. I will do everything else. Are you ready, sir? Good. Give me 5 seconds. I like to do a little visualization, and then we'll go. Just center myself, and we'll do it. Okay. Just get a grip first. Nothing happening yet. Okay. Chin down, good. Stay relaxed. Wiggle your left toe. And boom. Describe what you felt.
Release.
Yeah, baby.
Everything just got stretched out.
You feel like an accordion, right? Pop, 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 pop. Where'd you feel it the most? What part is
In the middle of my back.
Okay.
Yeah, but I felt it down, but in the middle of my back.
Was the most, because that was where it was. I agree. That's where the most compression was, and usually that's where you feel it. It goes where you need it the most.
Right.
But one pull, feel how big of a release that
Wow.
was? One pull.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in love with this damn thing. Alright, don't get up though. I want to do a little more with your neck here before we go to the rest. You need time to chill or are you ready to go?
I'm good.
Let me raise this up a little more. Before we were talking, you've been going to other chiropractors and they haven't been releasing you as good, right?
Oh, not at
Did you
all.
get what you were looking for here?
More than that. Yes.
More than that, good. That's what I want. Because you are pretty jammed. Good. That release, nice. Good. Let it go. Good. Okay. Good. I'm happy with what we did here, but we're not. So you can come up when you're ready, and then we'll go back on that table. But when you stand, come on up. Yeah. When you stand up, stop for a second. Check in with your body. Tell us what if you feel anything different.
Feel longer.
That's one of the most common responses.
Yeah.
Taller, longer, released. Postures, but your posture's better. I'm looking at you. You're more stacked like this than this.
Right.
How about looseness?
Yeah.
Feel more
I'm
flexible.
I'm ready to roll.
Oh, look out! Those young guys, man.
You want a private class?
When you
Yeah,
get
I
back
do,
on
actually.
that bat, man, those guys are going to be in trouble. They're not going to know what hit them. No, really, good job.
Yeah.
I feel like it went really well, so props to you.
Thank you.
So, but let's go back here. I want to do more on this table
Okay.
so we get the full release. So go back on your belly, face down like where we started.
Unbelievable.
Nice. Nice. Posture-wise looks better. Your hips are even now, which means this side came down. You're a little crooked though. So just want to see if it's your body or just the way you're laying. Now, you told me when I bent the first time, you really didn't feel any pressure in your lower back.
Right.
Does this feel looser, though, when I...
Looser.
See how it's looser in your thighs? And we didn't even stretch your thighs or do any massage to your thighs?
Right.
What I have noticed very consistently is when you decompress here, almost every single time, the quads and the hamstrings, boom, they release.
Wow.
So, I mean, I have a theory that people with chronic tightness here, it's because this is jammed.
Right.
When I was a kid, training, I was always chronically tight. Cherico once brought me up, because I was senior Q for a while. So he brought me up in front, and he stretched me, man.
Right.
He killed me, and I loosened up. But the next day I was tight again.
Right.
Until I started getting this released. Now my legs are more flexible than when I was in my 20s.
Wow.
Because I keep my lower back released. So, FYI, if you got students that can't release here,
Right.
it's probably because their lower back's compressed. Good. Okay, now I want to do a little more release from this perspective.
Okay.
Push down, it's called the drop technique. So bring your body down like 2-3 inches towards your feet. Right there, good. Now my table broke yesterday because the first two patients that I had yesterday were 300 and 400
Wow.
plus. So I broke the crank on this side, so it's going to be a little awkward. I got to reach over and crank this side to get it up.
Okay.
I apologize.
No problem.
See, I keep wanting to crank. You know how many thousands of times? So basically, the table pops up, right?
Right.
And I'm going to push down on you, and it's going to go boom. So we're
Okay.
going to go boom, boom, boom through the lumbars, and then boom, 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 boom to release more of the sacroiliacs. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Stay relaxed. Reaching across. Woo. All right, here we go. Good. 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 Relax. Good. Nice. Relax. Good. Okay. Sorry. Let me get on this side. Good. Nice. Good. Okay. Just palpating. It definitely has more wiggle here, and it definitely has more play here. So it feels looser to me. But let's check. Let's see how it's doing. So I'm going to press down again on your tailbone. Start again with the left. No bending, no bending. Stiff. Lift as high as you can. Wow, very good there. Let's see how the right. Don't bend it. Nice. Can you feel the difference? Because we saw it.
No, for sure.
It went up like another 3-4 inches. So functionally, your pelvis is doing great.
All right.
That's awesome. Okay, coming up with the belly. Good. Now we're going to do some push down through the middle back. By the way, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but this is way flatter already.
All right.
A lot less curve in your middle back. But we're going to go for more. Now we're going to push down through the thoracic. Pretty locked up in here, but man, it released a lot when we did the pull.
Right now, for sure.
Good. Good. If I'm beating you up too hard, let me know.
You're good.
Nobody ever accused me of being too gentle.
Okay.
Good. 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 Perfect. Okay. Now, look straight up to the sky as much as you can. Tilt your ear to the right. Stay. We'll stretch. We'll stretch. Good. Back in the middle. Coming around for the other side. Look up again. Side. Good. Back in the middle. So that transition area that we were talking about, it's a lot flatter. Remember when you told me it was sore when I was poking?
Right.
How's it feel now compared? Is
Not
it less
as
sore?
Less
That's
sore.
what. Good. Not looking for perfection,
Right.
but progress. And this doesn't feel quite as tight. Is it as sore when I squeeze?
No.
That's what we're looking for, baby. Progress. Good. All right. When you're ready, flip over on your back, face up. Good. Doing good so far. Let me have your hands back to me. So we're going to do a little stretch. This will help with the shoulders. Loosen up the shoulders a little bit more. And then we're going to do a little tug, and you might even get a little more release in your spine. Boom. And relax. Now, you okay with feet and toes getting popped? All right, stay loose. Good. Nice.
Sound like grandmother used to wake us up in the morning.
What? Pop your toes or just grab? Yeah. my son hated it. My son was terrified. I used to chase him whenever he would fuck with me. I would chase him around the house, threatening to pop his toes just to torture him. It was great. Drop your hands, relax. Good. Drop, loose. Get your toes. Oh, big release on that one. Good. Feet are doing better. Ankles.
Here.
And sometimes it releases the hips too, yeah. Dude, you're doing good. You're releasing really well. All right, sit up when you're ready. You need my help? I'm here. No, swing around, face a decent way. Good. So let's see. Sit what feels normal to you. Let's see about this posture. I don't have a measuring device, so I'm estimating. You know, it came back about 3/4 of an inch.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was like around 3. Now I'm estimating it to be a little bit over 2.
Okay.
That's very significant for one treatment. So turn. Does that feel any looser? It's definitely
yeah.
tight. This is going to take a little bit more work to get this better,
Right.
but it feels a lot looser than it was. This is way flatter. And this is much better down here. So this did fabulous, this did fabulous, this did good, but
Right.
not fabulous yet. Okay, so we're gonna finish off. We're gonna do the shoulder joints, the elbows, the wrists, and the fingers, and we'll be
Okay.
done. When I do that, I'm just doing a little release. Don't reverse me and
Right.
take me down or anything.
No, I won't.
Okay? Bend up like this. I gotta hug around you, get underneath your elbow, and I'm
No
gonna
problem.
pop it up this way. Stay relaxed. Loose as a goose. Good. Give me this side. Relax, relax, relax. Good. Coming around. Drop it in my hands, loose and floppy. Good. Nothing crazy there. See about the wrist. Floppy wrist. Pull back a little bit. Good. And again, pull. We're going to pull again. No, no pop. Bad timing. There we go. Pop. All right, drop it in my hands. Good. Floppy. Nope. Good. There we go. Oops, 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 oops.
You might have hit it.
I was in the zone, baby. I didn't even realize that was there. I was in the flow. All right, done. What's your impression?
Awesome.
No bullshit. Just be honest.
I feel more looser.
Good. I'm sweating my ass off.
I feel taller.
Good. Yeah, it went. Listen, I can't feel what you feel. I can't feel what the patients feel. But I have my own measurements to determine whether it's working or not. You for your age and everything, you released really good.
No, it's good. Awesome.
Really, really well.
I'll be back in a month or so. See how I feel, or if I gotta come sooner, I'll be here sooner.
Yeah, good, good. Listen, I don't put patients on care plans anymore. Why? I don't know. I can't predict the future. The God's honest truth is, everybody asks me, Doc, how often do I need to come? When do I need to come back? My honest answer is, I don't know. That's the truth, and I'm not being a douche. So how I do it nowadays, as I evolved in my career, is I kind of teach you guys how to tell when you need me. Because guess what? The need for this is going to fluctuate as your stress levels fluctuate, as your lifestyle fluctuates. It's never going to be consistent. So to tell you once a month, it's okay, but it's not ideal. Some months you might need more than once. Sometimes you might be able to stretch it out a couple months and not even need them every month, right? So I teach you how to tell when you need it, and then when you feel you need it, that's when you should come.
Definitely.
Right? So think of your body like it's moving parts like a car engine. Anything with moving parts that's under abnormal tension breaks down quicker and performs at a lower rate, right? So it's the same thing with the body. So when you feel the jamming, tightness growing back, and you can't get rid of it with anything you're trying at home or stretching at the dojo, it's just not handling it, that's a good indication.
And I gotta get back down.
It's time for a tune-up, right? God forbid, if you get the pain coming, you should come right away. That's another indication. Also, sometimes people get that annoying feeling like you always want to pop yourself. You get that urge to keep popping yourself. That's another indicator that your body needs an adjustment. Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's basically what I say. And then if you feel like you need it again, that's when you should come.
All right. Awesome.
How about that?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. So thank you very much for trusting me.
Oh, always.
It was an honor to serve you.
Thank you so much.
And whenever you need me again, if I'm your guy, come on back. I'll do my very best for you.
I'm coming back.
Awesome.
I'm coming back.
Great job. All right, let's sign off and say goodbye. This is the Guru Chiropractor. Peace and love. Sensei Julio Rodriguez just got his first ring dingers, doing a lot better. So listen, if you watch this and you're relating in your mind, like, you know what, that looks like something I really need, because it's very relatable when you see it being done. If you have the problems that this helps you with, that's probably what's going to happen. You're going to be like, that's what I need. And you're local to the tri-state area, come on through. I'll be happy to do my very best for you. The best way to reach out is through my website, retrochiropractic.com. There's a book now option there. My hours are there. My fees are there all up front. I don't take insurance. It's cash, self-pay only. And there's a like I said, book now link where you just put your info in there. It goes right to my assistant, and he'll reach back out to you via text, and you guys can work out an appointment if you want. I love and appreciate everybody. Thank you for being fans. Peace out. God bless.